Connect the mic like a doofus. But anyway, here we have the last of the Black Forest birds, Judgment Bird. I'd been starting to get worried he would never show up, but he did. So let's have Tatiana go to them. See what we get out of it. Now, here's a slight problem with that. Judgment Bird is one of the only abnormalities in the game to deal hail damage. And Tatiana's suit, which is otherwise very, very good, sports a crippling ×2 weakness to hail. The only reason I'm doing this right now is because I plan to reset if Tatiana dies. Yeah, like that. But I did this just to demonstrate what would happen. Really, the only person that would best handle it is Gabriella, since she has the one suit that is super good for it. I don't want her to lose her training captain bonus, so what I will probably do is at the beginning of the day here, grab her and park her in disciplinary. Tatiana, meanwhile, can continue their work on Snow White Owl, since at least Tatiana can do that. Anyway, the main focus of today's mission is going to be this. Now, I was thinking about what the best way to handle this is, and I'm thinking that I actually want to collect most, if not all, of the energy for the day before I mess around too much with the abnormalities that I want to bust out. Because anything He level and below, we can more or less kill without a problem. But it also takes up precious meltdown squares. So I kinda want to wait on bullying abnormalities until I know we have enough energy to complete the day. Let's see what a 0.8 pale resistance does for Gabriella when facing off against Judgment Bird. In comparison, her HP is dropping much slower. This suit, which otherwise has pretty mediocre resistances for Evolve, is tailor-made for this, which is very interesting. Ah, that wasn't enough to get their name. Just one short. Might go for another round in a little bit then. Get more work speed for that. So anyway, we aren't going to focus only on those two in that corner then. We're gonna make sure to train our abnormalities. Okay, Lesiha needs some fortitude training. She has 5 in everything, so she can just grind Blue Star for now. Oh, whoops! Almost forgot about moving these two down so that they can actually reach corridors in this area. Can I train Lesihan in physical with Yin so I don't have to go all the way to Frick up to Punishing Bird? Let's try it. Because I remember the entire reason I grabbed Yin is that Yin was described as a good training for everything except attachment. And I have attachment out the wazoo. It was the other ones I needed. So, if we get a cutscene in today's stream, and we probably will, I'm going to but what's my train of thought? Okay, that is good. I can just do instinct training with Yin. If there's a cutscene, I'm gonna try out a new voice for Gebura. Gonna try to imitate Jasper from Steven Universe. But if that ends up not working out, please tell me. Because something tells me a voice like that's gonna be murder on my throat. Basil and Galena keep attachment grinding with Happy Teddy Bear. Galena especially to get those dog ears off of you because -2 success rate is just ugh. Yikes-a-roo. A whopping 25 boxes for Blue Star. Jeez, why is training not done with Happy Teddy Bear yet? I didn't think it would take that long. Okay, now to send Galena over there first chance I get. Oh, speaking of which, since Hatiana's gonna be down here and wearing the magical girl outfit, I was actually thinking about making Jose the new Exuve wielder. Since he's gonna be a peer. Okay, now Galena. Let's try and get those frickin' dog ears off of you. They look cute, but the effect is garbage. Pansy has 5 in everything except Fortitude. So I could maybe send them for a round of Big Bird. Alternatively, yeah, it would have to be Big Bird. The puppy dog ears are already screwing over Galena. And because... Oof. I think I specifically put Jose in heaven so that he could do that. Speaking of heaven, might also send him down to work repression on Burrowing at some point. But for now... Yeah, I'm gonna try to get you to poke out from 4 before the end of the day. Dare I risk another round with these two, or do I leave them alone for right now? Was there anything else in particular I wanted to do, or... Old Faith and Promise and Yang are going to be the last two things I complete for the Abnormality decks, simply because their effects are so obnoxious to work with usually. Okay, Mary, what can you do? Okay, still considered high. Should also put you in for insight training at some point. How's your... No, your white resistance is terrible. That's why I'm having trouble. And I suppose I could send her to training with Snow Queen and have Gabriella help with that. If Snow Queen goes horribly wrong, then Gabriella will be there to snap Mary out. But I do need to get her Fortitude to 5. Emilia, do another round with Blue Star. I want to get its weapon by the end of the day. And you're our best person for that job. Not ideal, but what can you do? Oh, and in the middle of all of this, we still have our less standout agents that we need to do stuff with. Like, for example, we need to get repression going for a lot of these people, like Joy, who is like that, I guess, because, I suppose if I'm that fussed about the white weakness, I could always send her to Shylock. Now, if it turns into a day reset, it is entirely on me. But I feel like I want to try and also demonstrate Emilia's strengths. 2, 3, and then her natural fortitude. I am actually going to see if I can't calm down Queen of Hatred while she's in one of her tantrums with Amelia. The only thing that could go wrong with that is if by pure bad luck the meltdown hits her cell, since that erases the observation levels. But that's the gamble I'm willing to take, if only once. Kind of similar how I started the stream by sending Tatiana towards Judgment Bird when I knew that was intentionally a bad play. Now this is less of a bad play, but it's still risky. The theme of this is going to be pushing boundaries a bit, because while it's important to play it safe, you can't do that forever. Sometimes you gotta take a risky move in order to advance. And basically, I want to see where I stand. Are all my white damage people elsewhere? I really want to get married to Ray. No, I think I have a... Do I have a speed wielder up here? Yes, I do, Jose. And Jose, park yourself in that corridor for a bit. I need to get married to Renkai 5. Okay, Mary's attachment is high enough that she isn't failing many boxes. Cool, that barely mattered. Okay, we'll say back into the corridor as well. What else do I want to do? Do I just want to do some general training? Maybe send one of my weaker agents to do attachment with... No, that would be a bad idea. At least right now it would be. I have no attachment trainers right now. Shoot. Yeah, not happy about that. Send another one of our level 1 people to radio them. Okay, who's getting hit? Snow Queen's getting hit. May as well send Mary for another round then. I don't see any more up here. Don't tell me the universe decided to be that spiteful. I suppose I could train someone else like Anton. Okay, Gabriella, you can handle this. Oh, both of them down here. What are the odds of that? And then, our little experiment here, Emilia. Ah. One shy. Okay, so... I knew that could happen. The problem is... Can she be suppressed given circumstances? All my best white damage people are down in this corridor right now. The best option would be just to let her do her thing. What are her resistances? .3. Yeah, that's not great. That Diana will stay here. Okay, who are all my white damage people? You are. Might have all my white damage people gather in a corridor. Because that is a very big number. I knew this could go wrong, so the other purpose of what I'm doing, Westcutter probably wouldn't do anything, is to see what are the odds of being able to suppress her when she goes crazy with our current setup. We don't want to think about things going wrong, we would rather play it safe, true. But if a situation happens where things go wrong, I want to know, okay, what are my options for mitigating damage? Today is an experimental stream. We may not even finish the day if I goof around so much, but I want to know these things now so I can think to myself, okay, this is what I do in this situation, and not have to deal with it and be more mindful and have the knowledge ready so that I'm not taken by surprise like in a suppression or something. Okay, yeah, I think that's all the people that would be good for me. Oh, hi, she's in the break room. For the time being, flee up here. Okay, while she's moving, we're gonna try to position the white damage people to be behind her. I am actually kind of thankful that it takes so long to get out of, Why is everyone vanishing into thin air? Can I click Greenie? Oh, Gabriella's there. Suppress, suppress. This might actually be perfect. Suppress. Suppress. Suppress, suppress, and I think that's everyone. That wasn't a good half-bad chunk of her health. Okay, where's she going now? Oh, she's still here! Oh, okay, and then she wasn't. That was just before she... I am okay with that. I am very, very okay with that. I am less okay with that. Okay. Maybe you can outrun the ray. Oh, wait. Oh, that might be very, very lucky. They're all nearby. Which means they can basically go ham the second they reach her. How does that saying goes? The Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away? In exchange for me screwing up the calming her down in the cell, it seems it's giving me, like, the ideal conditions for a suppression, at least so far. Two. Because clerks are being killed. Misona, can you do something about that? Okay. More importantly, can you guys do a finishing blow before this gets any worse? Oh, hi. Lower. Oh, that's Mary. Okay, everyone except Mary, go back to the kill. Don't know how much of a difference it makes for her to be there, but just to play it absolutely safe. Or you know what? Now that she's tired, it should be fine. And that's officially a reset. Well, I knew the risks before I did this, but... Okay. So, my white damage people currently can do that much. In that case... it might be... The lesson here seems to be that it's best not to do anything too risky with Queen until we at least get Sound of Star. Sound of Star might make the suppression more possible. If it needs to come to that. But having the current group of white damage people can take a good chunk off. It's just not enough to stop her before Big Bird breaks out. Alternatively, have someone there to pacify Big Bird sooner. Yes, ideally we should never need to pacify suppress Magical Girl, but if she breaks out on her own for whatever reason, then I feel like this is useful information. Okay, let's play it more standard, less messing around. Everything I did before this was deliberately doing risky things just to see what would happen, but we do need to advance, so less of that. Let's replicate what we were doing earlier, which is to say, getting resources from people and getting resources from the lower abnormalities and using the upper abnormalities to train. Oh wow, that is a ton of boxes from Blue Star. That'll help a lot. Mm, 16 and 17. Okay, might as well grab all these like I did before. The last thing, now this could be very good. 6 black resistance, 8 red resistance. That white weakness isn't the best, but when it comes to stuff that attacks us like ordeals, there isn't a lot in the way of white damage, to my knowledge. Right. Jose and Mary, instinct with Big Bird. That was the other thing we were doing. Grinding justice on them will help too. You know, unless it demonstrates to be a bad idea, it might not be a bad idea to have everything at double speed. Because we already spent half an hour screwing around and basically accomplishing nothing. Might be a good idea to move this day along faster. In fairness to me, I didn't forget, I just deliberately didn't do it, because I had something else in mind. Off screen, I had experimented with this, and Amelia had been able to score 16 or 17, but I guess it's just very volatile whether that happens or not. And therefore not something you want to generally toy with. Should be fine. Speaking of how complacency can be a killer, in the week I've been doing Railway 4. And, what am I thinking? I've been doing Railway 4, and it shows how important team composition is, because I had initially used my sinking team, and it was doing okay-ish. It struggled a bit with Rose Hunter, and I thought, okay, but I won, so what's the problem? The problem is because the fight with Rose Hunter didn't go as good as it could have. It left my team with tons of Rupture, and with like 4 Rupture count on that Rupture. So it was like 30 Rupture, 4 Rupture count. So when I reached Sleeping Bag of Bygone Days, very, very bad things happened. Because that thing has nothing but unbreakable coins to work with. So every time, while I could win a clash, against the Sleeping Bag, the unbreakable coin meant that the attack itself didn't matter, just that the attack triggered 30 damage of Rupture on my team. Needless to say, that's where they all died. That's 3. Yeah, that's 3. Okay, I'm going to go back to normal speed for just a second. I said go back to normal speed. Oh, hey! Welcome to the chat, Kovitolsi. Don't know when you arrived. You might have missed all the chaos that happened earlier. Basically, I was doing... I wouldn't say let her out on purpose. First, I wanted to see if I could calm down Queen of Hatred when she was throwing her temper tantrum with this nugget, who has 118 temperaments, 5 success rate, plus the 8 success rate from the observation. Even with all of that rigging it in our favor, I got 15 boxes. One short of being able to pacify you. So when she broke out, I wanted to see if all my white weapon people could suppress Queen of Hatred before she did too much damage. And like Ekamek was saying, Big Bird unfortunately broke out. So yeah, it was me doing something a little foolish on purpose, just to see what the end result. You know what? I didn't stick around long enough to see if it did. How fast can you run, Pansy? The answer may surprise you. That fast. Instantly pacified. Lovely. Oh, where are my meltdowns? Burrowing Heaven, hate that. Snow Queen, I'm fine. with Snow Queen. Rose, are you good with that? Yeah, Rose can do that. Heart of Aspiration, someone can just take that. Everett, because why not? As for you, I can use you as a chance to repress train one of my agents if I wanted. Or attachment. I could boost someone's attachment if they had good black resistance. Not that. Maybe this? I'll have to think about it. Lamarcus, you can get there in time, right? You're in information, so it shouldn't take you too long, hopefully. Okay, next we have a Violet Dawn, which hopefully shouldn't be too much of an issue, since we have white weapons for days. I'm pretty sure we could nuke a Violet Dawn before anything too bad happened. I hate how long... Come on, Lamarcus. Okay, we're fine. Some free justice training for Lamar. Oh, hey, look at that. Look at what Lamarcus just got. Oh, that's really good. Two success rate and 2 work speed. HP plus 4, 2. Oh my god, Lamarcus. You're kind of a hero around here. The kind of bad thing about the way of doing Queen of Hatred is that we're stuck with that -4, which might complicate things. Tatiana, you do this. Gabriella, you do bird. Okay. I am very, very glad for that 0.8 resistance. No! I did not call for you. Somehow my tablet's virtual assistant interpreted my speech as saying their name, and I'm deliberately not saying their name to not accidentally trigger them again. Longbird. Anyway, same thing over here too. Keep doing what you were doing earlier. Yeah, Kamak was saying earlier to try and grind for it. Funny you should mention that. All the Black Forest birds are here. On purpose. We might actually get the weapon for Blue Star in this run. Okay, we gotta make extra sure that we keep this run. So... literally one shy. 1 box shy. What is that? It's actually very hard to attachment train with this, because the problem is that the first person to get a good result will be unable to do any more abnormality work for the rest of the day. Now normally that's Gabriella, training team captain, but she is busy down here pacifying our long boy. Which means she's not available to do what she usually does. Alternatively, Misona could take the Night of Despair buff, so that, because it's not like I plan on training her in anything right now. Hey, Punishing Bird. You know what? I'll do that. I'll have Misona take the buff. Don't you mean Amelia? Amelia's the usual Queen of Hatred handler. If you need help remembering it, Misona is the one with the giant hammer. The other thing we need to do is this mission. I want to get as close to completing the energy requirements as possible before I do that. Ordeals will at least help by giving a bunch of 10% energy. Now Misona has the buff instead of Gabriella like she usually does. We already have half the energy we need. I guess because right now we're focusing on all our big PE box earners for one reason or another. So question, if a meltdown hits one of these, is it worth it to take the energy hit to get them to be let out on purpose? To make it easier to complete the mission? Hmm. After Mary gets her rank 5 fortitude, I need to switch her out to something without a white weakness to then max out her prudence. I'm gonna sneeze. Okay, now what do I want to do? I feel like I want to train someone in attachment with someone. But someone that actually needs it. I'm mainly looking at the white resistances. I'm gonna throw a pot at it. And speaking of white weaknesses, we can train into prudence. I think I've had average doing that. Alright. I need to keep careful eye on the meltdown gauge. Okay, cool. What about insight training then? I don't know why, but it's just so funny that Rin just has the saddest face. Maybe Rin knows that they're here to replace the dearly departed Adam. Poor Adam. Wait. Nope, no. Misona can't work on anything. How could I forget? That was kind of the whole thing. Anyone around here wearing Fragment? No, I guess this is the same thing. I just have someone near the Fragment to work on it once Queen of Hatred is ready. Okay, Amelia, we're gonna need you to succeed at this even with the -4. Can you do it? I think the reason I have such a thing about experiencing things for myself is because it's true that you never do know until you experience it yourself. You cannot avoid the reputation that Queen of Hatred gets. Like, everyone speaks of her in hushed whispers of fear and loathing. But you're kind of like, why? What could possibly be the deal with this lady that makes her so infamous? And then you actually kind of deal with her, and then it's just kind of like, oh. The Sion can do that by himself. Pansy can probably do that by herself. It occurs to me we may have a problem here. If these slugs don't kill any clerks, we'll have a problem for the next cycle. Because these slugs don't, like, attack in the traditional sense. Do the slugs explode upon death, or is that only the clowns? Oh, alright. I guess that answers that. Do I have everyone accounted for at this point? Is anyone suppressing this guy? We might be fine after all. Clerks are in fact dying. I think after all that, we're one clerk short. I see 2 dead clerk bodies, but not a third. Motherfucker. Although we do have one dude over here that's... Okay, he's fine. You know what we could do then? Since we're breaking things out anyways? We could have Puppy bust out and kill a third clerk. Or Fragment. Okay, so let's count again. 1, 2... Yeah, only 2. Ugh. This is just how convoluted Queen of Hatred is to deal with. That we have to do all these calculations just to deal with her. I didn't appreciate why she has the reputation she does until I actually had her. The easiest way to do it would be to just throw people to do instinct work. Lamarcus. No, Lamarcus actually has common because he's information team captain. His work is too good. Okay, then who has good black resistance that can do it? Jose. That's Joy. Alright. Okay, Joy, time to let out an alien on purpose so that it kills people. That sounds so terrible out of context. Well, it says 5, but it's really the same 2. Fragment and Paday over here. Also, your name looks familiar. Have you been here before? Or maybe I just feel that it's familiar. Well, welcome back. A lot has changed since you were last here, whenever that was. We now have all of this mess, including this absolute beautiful little annoying lady that we were just talking about. And just over here, we have these 2 new arrivals. I was just talking about how it's like... a lot of people seem to like Longbird. Okay, I'm gonna need your clerks to stay there and get murdered. Please. God, that sentence sounds so deranged out of context. Okay, Joy, after Fragment busts out, we're gonna need you to retreat to the safety of, well, safety department. Oh, that was just... well, shoot, that's a problem. You weren't supposed to do good. Oh, never mind. It broke out anyways. Okay, clerks. Come and get murdered, please. There you are. Okay. Clerk successfully murdered. Begin the, suppression. Okay, looks like Big Bird isn't upset enough yet to drop Clyfoth. Then for the time being, I'm gonna go back to my usual routine. Tatiana... Oh, speaking of drip, Tatiana here is lucky enough to get Magical Girl in the name of love and hate. It looks perfect, except for the soda mouth. But who says people with beards can't be magical girls? And speaking of super amazing drip, Emilia here is one of our star employees, so she got blessed with being able to wear Sound of a Star. And as soon as I do some work with Sound of a Star, she's gonna get the weapon too. Okay, got everything there. So let's do some calculations. 100, 150, 250 to get everything. Meanwhile... When you first said that, my mind first jumped to, wait, Price of Silence? But no, that's something else. It's kind of funny how those are the only two guidelines. Oh, speaking of which, we need to get the weapon from Blue Star, finally. I began this day by showing how deadly the point is. In the Name of Love and Hate is a very good armor in many aspects, except for that 2 weakness to Pale. Like, literally that's the only unfortunate thing. Sometimes things go to plan and sometimes they don't. You really just gotta let the dice fall where it may. Okay, Emilia now has a new gun that she's gonna show next time. And meanwhile, 100, 120, 220 for this. Almost there. Might have to be left for next time. What else did I want to do? Since we're so close to the goal anyways, did we want to continue bullying Fragment and Puppy for a little bit? deliberately screw up on them and then kill them. No. The problem with Puppy is if he gets his hands on anyone in the corridor, then they retreat. Let's do... Joy, keep failing on purpose. I wonder if Instinct is so hated it'll always lower the counter fragment, in which case that would be a good way of lowering its Clifoff easy. Yeah, especially because, Oh hey, COVID Tulsi. You're still here. We have 3 people in the chat. I think that's a new record. So, counter-arguing to the conversation that's going on. A sword sharpened by tears looks cool, and it has a pretty high attack speed, so it's good for that. Yeah, I think Instinct might automatically lower it by 1, even if it's meh. Either that or we're getting... Lamarcus has one of them, Life for a Daredevil. Okay, give Joy a second to recover their HP. I hope all of you come here next week as well, because which abnormality would you guys give? Well, I guess you guys were already discussing that it would be Night of Despair, since Night of Despair's attacks while breaching are pale, so it would only be fair. I think the reason they're so hesitant to have pale weapons is that pale weapons, especially higher in the game, would kind of break suppressions, since you can count the amount of things not weak to pale on one hand. If you manage to get your hand on Twilight or Paradise Lost, then you've earned the right to snap the game's difficulty in half. Okay, let's see what happens. Either we're getting obscenely lucky, or instinct lowers the Clypoth 100% of the time. And it's gonna be another dead clerk. Okay, Big Bird's Clypoth lowered. It might be good to send someone to pacify it. No, definitely not that. Would that be worth it, or would that be too risky? No, it might be too risky. No. Why are Garma's mom terrible? Basil, maybe? Yeah, Basil. That'll do. Basil has bear ears, so that's gonna help out as well. Is it just my imagination, or do the or does the left bear ears look like a cookie someone took a bite out of? I get that that's the idea, but I'm saying that it also resembles a cookie a bit. That didn't actually help because I needed a good result. Well, shoot. We don't need to think about Queen of Hatred. The whole point of this was to kill a third clerk to keep her pacified, remember? 2 died during the violent ordeal, so we needed Fragment to kill a third. And, well, Fragment then killed a fourth. So it's safe, it's good. I kinda wanna try Puppy once, but it looks like no one would be able to do it. Everyone's attachment is too high. What about refreshing? Any lows there? No, all commons. It has to be Fragment. This poor space alien, we're just bullying it so much. Okay, Joy, keep doing what you've been doing. It's been working out. It's extra tragic when you think about how the canonical backstory of this abnormality is that it's just an alien that wants to get to learn about everyone. How canon do you guys think the Abnormality backstories are? Because they're actually kind of all over the place with that. I think I saw people claim... Oh, Malkuth. Malkuth was a time. Ekamek here is basically the one that got me into Project Moon games. I'm doing this because I've always been curious about the story of Lobotomy Corporation. But the thing about that is that if you want to know the story, you have to suffer. Okay, that time it didn't drop, so it won't always happen. Everyone's attachment levels are too good at this point to keep doing that. We might have a problem. Because nothing else would be a safe breach. Scorched Girl, unless we immediately jump them, would explode someone. Everything else is either Fog or... Knight of Despair is he, but too dangerous to mess with. No, that's also Fog. What am I talking about? Snow Queen doesn't escape. Punishing Bird would be super risky. Yeah, this might actually be a problem. So we were only getting obscenely lucky before. There's really nothing for it but keep flying. Who has the lowest temperaments level that could safely do this? Let's try thinking about it that way. Everyone's too high. I never thought that would be a problem. I wonder why Mary is low even with her high PE boxes. You know what? We'll send Mary, see what happens. Oh boy. No, Mary's attachment is too high. It overcomes the natural disadvantage. Yeah, that was still meh. And it didn't drop. So we were just getting insanely lucky before. So what do we do then? Scorched the alien is our best bet, unfortunately. Let's have Rose work with that because just to push to the meltdown and then plan our next move. Okay, what's the damage? Soda. Lamarcus can do that. The Knight. No, not joy. That's too risky. I guess Everett's our next best chance. The teddy bear. Who was the last person to work on teddy bear? Galena, I think. Yeah, Galena. So Pansy, you do that. Burrowing heaven again. Sihan, you do that. Gabriella, you do this. Is that everyone? Is that all 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're missing one. Or Old Faith. Well, Basil could probably take on Burrowing Heaven at least. Maybe. Not very comfortable with that cat level outfit. I don't know. I already something more like this. Don't even feel like we have a choice. You know what? We could afford to sacrifice a pair of bear paws. Oh, Punishing Bird escaped. What else is new? Come to think of it, would it be worth it if Punishing Bird doesn't find anyone to bully to try and set up to suppress it? Because given how many more people we have in the facility... Oh, Galena lost the bear paws. We might be able to destroy Punishing Bird instantly. Okay, we have all the energy, so we can mess around as much as we want. Okay, let's manufacture more bear paws. Where's Punishing Bird? Oh, Punishing Bird just went back in. Never mind, Punishing Bird went back in immediately. Moot point. Okay, even if everything were to go perfectly with the alien, it would still be 6 works in order to do it. And that's only if it works perfectly. Does Puppy have a rule where it lowers automatically upon doing insight work? I actually kind of want to look that up. I need guaranteed breaches. The problem is that it's not very guaranteed to get a bad work result because everyone's too good to do it. I really would rather lower their stats on purpose, you mean? Now, yeah, I was gonna say. Who has good red resistance in this group? Mm, ev Harvest might be our best bet. This is so silly. I'm gonna try to entertain everyone as best as I can, but... Well, the good news is Everett also has the heart, so that should also insulate them. Okay, what's the damage? Minus 27. Oof, oof. Hopefully with the heart they aren't at any risk of dying. In fact, let's try it right now. Oh god, they got knocked down to level 1 and everything. Would that be too risky at that point, or would he be fine? Because of the red resistance in the heart. I didn't think it would be that bad. Jesus. That would be LaMarcus. Easy. Everyone in information or every agent? Who are my VOG people? I mean, some is another. Coming up the buff. What are you discovering? Key level armor. Yeah. Then let's try and see what happens if it works on it. Everett, I debuffed your stats for a reason. You have one attachment. Okay, that was still bad. That was just let Everett recover for a second and then do that again. I mean, Puppy is supposed to be easy to train with. Let's see. Right now, they only have a 6% success rate increase. Okay, Everett, do that again. Oh, it automatically escaped. Didn't even get a chance to do anything. You know what? That works. That actually might be easier than the alien. Just need to do that 2 more times. Okay, Everett, screw up on purpose. No, not instinct, insight. The puppy got offended so fast. No, don't do good. Do bad. Seven. That's not what I wanted to see. Yes and no. Super high insight and super high repression would be bad, but attachment is always common. It's basically stuck in the same problem. Can we please finish this before the day comes? I really don't want this stream to drag much longer than it already has. Okay, that's guaranteed bad, at least. We didn't know it would be like this. We didn't know everyone would be too good. To anger our abnormalities. Evolved level people are much easier to piss off. Because it's later in the game and so it's harder. Okay, so all you need to do is do badly with Puppy once, and it immediately breaks out next time you do something it hates. So that's good to know. We only need to do that one more time. after we finish with this, then why did it break out immediately? That's what I want to know. There's so much about this game that it feels like I still don't know and don't understand. Okay. The guideline says if you do anything other than instinct, the Clyphot counter will lower with a medium probability. So that's what it is. So doing anything that's not instinct at all has a chance to go badly. Okay, that time it didn't immediately break out. What the hell has been going on? Everett, stop doing so well. So, after we finish bullying this puppy, what did you want to train just a little more? Or did you want to end the day? Because we could always pull some more PE boxes from Judgment Bird. But I don't want this stream to go on much longer. I want to go to bed. I think we could squeeze in 2 rounds and not upset the Clyphot meltdown. Well, depending on how this goes. No, stop that. Stop doing well. This game just loves to toy with me. Everything was going so well until it wasn't. What happened to the immediate breaking out from before? Do that again. We're seriously gonna hit the next Clyphot level meltdown before this happens. And the thing is, it's not like aliens anymore. It's literally just one. Like literally, this is the last one we need. The alien isn't any more efficient, is what the problem. Ekamek, we needed to prep Queen of Hatred, didn't we? This time? So either we successfully do Puppy now, or if Puppy isn't set in this next bit, then we need to prep Queen of Hatred. I just realized. Is that why everything suddenly started going sideways? Okay, Everett, I need you to bust out the puppy. Please. Oh, come the Why? Just why? Okay, everyone back to their departments for now. Who's in this group? I really don't want to end the day before I can't believe this. I thought it was going too smoothly, and then the game dropped the other boot. Suddenly, Puppy will stop breaching. I feel like we even talked about this problem before, where a part of you wants to instinctively grab things that don't breach, but then if you do, you're stuck with, where's Gabriella? Is she still walking? Because she's not in training anymore. No. I may as well start setting up the queen while we're here. Oh, but Gabriella ended up in the corridor. But don't be in the corridor. Be in the main room. Okay, Amelia. Go. This is so dumb. Okay, Yang, Blue Star. Oh, Blue Star, that is very bad. Okay, I know for a fact who the last person who worked with that is. Bold Faith and Promise again. Yeah, Kalina can just do that again. Throw your baton in there. I kind of want to save Yang for last, because we're going to need to turn it off instantly. Okay, not yet on that. Okay, I know for a fact Pansy was last, so... Basil. And then I guess that means by process of elimination you take on Scorched Girl. The training team duo are the one I usually have work on this. Joy works on Alien and Rose works on the bathtub. I actually had the thought right before you said it. You must be happy. Joy can use that. Anything else? Oh, there's the music box. Oh, Amelia, get out, get out. Okay, for these that I need them to be inside for a second and then get out. Now for Yang. We'll see Han go. Okay, Gabriella, you will work on Judgy Bird twice more today. And things off. Oh, Vivi Cry! Thanks for the raid! You just came here at the end of a day. Oi! Cry raid! You made it just in time to see us bully an alien. And the reason we had to bully this alien is because of this little thing there. So, thank you Raiders for visiting my stream. I am on the... What Ekamax said, Gebura is a sadist. Can we unlock anything else? Oh, hey, A-Lib class. Good to see you again. One more time. So, yeah, Raylight Art made the layout, and I just knew I had to have it. I also have the ones for Library of Ruina and Lobotomy Core. The Library of Ruina layout I will use when I play Library of Ruina far off in the future. And the Lob Core setup, I may just use for all streams that aren't the aforementioned two games. Okay, we want 120 if we want the armor. Oh my god, that is so good. That is Sick. 150, 270 for everything. We're ending. Or maybe not yet. One work with the apple. And then we'll end. So stick around for the end of the stream. Oh, and I feel like it's worth mentioning again. I've been trying to do voice acting for... I don't know how good I've been doing. For Gebura specifically, I want to aim for something akin to Jasper from Steven Universe. If it doesn't work, please let me know. Time to hit the bricks. Okay. What kind of stat buffs did we get? Everett got promoted to 4. I got a bunch of stat buffs. Alyssa's Justice jumped to 2. What was this? Prudence just. Okay, good night, Vivi Cry. It's super late for me too, which is why I want to go to sleep now. Temperaments went up. Fortitude went up. Neat. Now I can just work on Prudence for Mary. Where's Jose? Jose didn't hit it yet. Oh well. Not you again. Even if this turns to be a curse, I will love this curse like a blessing. Bearing the hope to return to dust, I shall go back to the grave with all that desires to live. I had a feeling it would be middle. We've run into this one before. This one sounds like... Is this Alarune? Then? Or is it someone else? Yeah, I had it. Okay, welcome to the facility. Hey, are you listening to me? I yearn to help people. No, becoming a wing is not my goal. Well, everyone says that. But let me put it this way. What use are wings if you can't fly? What if we could reach the sky without wings? What I mean is, if we grow the stalk straight up like a tree, we could reach the sky for sure, even if it would be a slow climb. Can you feel it? The sunlight here is very warm. Sometimes I dream about photosynthesis, lying down comfortably with my eyes closed, just soaking it up. Well, that task I gave you was pretty easy, don't you think? Though, a couple of times you were too indecisive and passive. Hey, don't call me out like that. Next time you should. Gebura, about the suppression plan you sent me, don't you think the scale is a tad bit too grand? Alright, now we move along, if you've spat out what you need to. Come on. You know a similar incident happened before. I'm the head of the welfare team after all. So I just felt I should point it out. Yeah, got it. How about you head on back to your department now and lap up that coffee you love so much? And another thing. Some of the Eagle equipment in my department seemed to be malfunctioning. I'm sure you had nothing to do with it, right? Although your recent suppression was strangely quick. Something like Jasper would fit Gebura perfectly, but it is a hard voice to keep up. How do I do Gebura? I'll be sure to make it up to you. But if you press any further on this, those ego you value so much may be pointed at your head. Aye. I'll be on my way then. Man, why'd I have to draw the short stick? The companions I have are either a hot-headed warmonger or some weird kids with unreadable minds. It's been a while since I came down to the middle layer. Long time no see, Sheh said. Oh, are you here to see Gebura? Careful what you say. You may just end up with a hole in your head. Take care. Is that true, Gebura? Oh, get lost, Sheh said. Hod, what brings you here? So, it's about the suggestions you made involving the abnormality breach training. I feel it needs some adjusting. Go on. Well, if we were to engage in a head-on assault like you suggested, our employees would suffer heavy casualties around this section. I believe if we change the training plan, like so, to a more defensive stance here, the casualties would be lower. Does it seem alright? But then... Aren't we being too nice to those abnormalities with this kind of response? I'm sorry, but I don't understand. Forget it. Since you're the head of training team, your opinion is final, right? I am. Well, as long as you're willing to. Do it. Oh, thank you. See you later. Hod. Huh? Yes? You forgot your report. I could have lost it. I thought you were going to shoot me in the head like Chesed said. Thanks again. You know, that actually explains the amount of shipping fix these two specifically have. I've been wondering, okay, why Hod specifically? I guess I have the answer to my question now. Water for my throat. Hod's too soft. If I were the head of training team, I'd never act like her. Suppress 5 VOV abnormalities. Oh boy. No, go. Okay, so before we end the stream, one last thing. Emilia, take your gun. I don't particularly who's gonna get Moonlight? You're gonna get Moonlight. And then someone else can grab Frost Splinter, although I think I'll figure that out next week. Oh, meanwhile, Mary can pick up X-Ray now, since her Fortitude has finally hit level 5. Jose isn't quite there yet. Galena had Bear Paws. And then she just had then I just had her throw the stick. But okay, Frost Splinter. Any more adjustments I'll make next week, but before I sign off formally, who's our new guest? The Little Prince. That you're going to be interesting. Well, alright. I guess I'll find out what your deal is. So, if you want more of this chaos, more of me destroying my throat trying to sound like Gebura, and more agents almost on the verge of death for one reason or another, come back here next week on the left side of reality. I will see you all here then.